hello, my people. Have una day. You guys are welcome. You are welcome to today's show. Seriously, it's a thing of joy to me right now being here again to speak to us in another episode of Thespian Better Talk. Firstly, we're gonna appreciate God for a successful new week. It's already ending in praises, I must say. Being alive this moment is by His grace and His mercy, and so we want to be appreciative to God for keeping us alive to this moment. Father, we just want to say thank you. Eshegon. All right, guys, once more, you are welcome to this wonderful show, Thespian Better Talk. Okay, and I remain your host, the one and only Thespian Bertha. Of course, you know now it's not easy. It's not easy. God has been faithful. Alright, guys, now in this show, this is another episode. Okay, and now we're going to this is a continuation of last week's topic. Last week we discussed on let's give you a reminder, back on what the last week topic is. Last week we discussed on why do we get married, and of course, if you could remember, I said I was going to stand in place of the female gender, and I explained to us how we females see marriage as it is. Like the reason we females, or most females, really want to get married, why they are wary on getting married. I promised us that since I do not have the idea how the male folks take this marriage thing as how they feel, how they do them for body, I said that we're going to have a male gender, a male folk in the house to educate us on how they do them and the mindset of men on why they should get married. So now today's theme, the theme for this week is why do we get married? But the topic is why do men get married? So now a male folk in the house who's going to educate us on how they feel about getting married. So now we have no other person but my personal person, my body, Mr. David Dangerous. We are going all the way to UK. Okay, guys, we'll be watching you. We'll be reading your comments on why do men get married. So, guys, let us go.
Hello everyone, I go by the name The Just Word, and the topic before me says, why do men get married? Isn't that a good question? Why do men get married, if I may ask? Or why do you get married if you're a married man watching me right now? Before I proceed with my points, I would like to say thank you to the moderator of this program, Thespian Bertha, for giving me the opportunity to say one or two regarding this topic. But I would like to drop a brief disclaimer. Number one, I'm not a relationship coach. And number two is that I'm not a marriage counselor. But as a married man, I think I have one or two opinions to say regarding this topic. Before I proceed, I would like to conclude before I give one or two points of view. The Bible says in Genesis chapter 2 verse 28, it says, "It is not good for a man to be alone." And as such, if you read further, is the reason why women came into existence. It is not good for a man to be alone. Biblically, it's God's standard, or it's God's opinion for a man to get married. He said, "Go ye and multiply and replenish the earth." Why do men get married? It's an interesting topic, if I must say. But the thing is that in as much as the society at large has find one way or the other to see that they can do things outside marriage which is against the will of God by number one, procreation, number two, by having sexual affairs with people they don't have intention of getting married to, and other relationship that as a man or as a woman that this is what you ought to do when you are married. In this part of the world where I am currently in the UK, you see a man addressing his his woman as his missus. They are not legally married, either in church or in court. They just cohabit together, have a set of common goals, like to have children and as well to do things together, share the bills together, and they address the woman to be as their missus. Yeah, my missus. Some of them, they use the word missus as their wife, but majority of them are just women who give birth to their children. You understand? But this is not God's way for us, though. But on the other hand, why do men get married? Okay, let me put it this way. Why did I get married? David, why did you get married? Let me pose the question to myself. Why did I get married? Okay. I like the sentence, why do men get married? It never has the question with why do boys get married. As a man, first and foremost, before you get married, you must be financially stable, you must be mentally stable, you must be physically stable and spiritually stable before you get married. And aside that, you must develop a sense of responsibility. And aside that, you must as well build a set of character or charisma in terms of self-control, controlling your anger, controlling your anxiety, controlling your urge and all that. Have this strong will to things that you know that will not hurt you, or even when it hurts you, you know how to react to things like that. And why do men get married? One of the reasons why me get married is because the woman I'm in love with, or that happens to be my wife, we share the same goals, the same dreams, the same vision and plans and all that. And my thoughts and her thoughts is in line with her. And before I get married, number one, like I have listed before, I've prayed about it. I've talked to God about it. I've fasted. I've read books on relationship, marriage, counseling and all that. And I've as well physically attended seminars regarding to this. So that is the reason why I said that I'm not a relationship coach. I'm not a marriage counselor. But as a married man, I think I have one or two opinions to say about why do men get married. And furthermore, I would like to say most men get married could be unconditional love for the woman they got married to. Like my wife, I love her so much. Hey, why? Don't see if you are single watching this video. Don't be too pressured to get married though. But if you know you are capable to marry and you have somebody that can go the extra mile for you, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Okay, ma speak English. What did they wait for? Shoo? What are you waiting for? So just do the needful. Get it done perfectly, and you will thank God that you made the best choice ever in your life. And number two, in general, one of the things I feel that made most men get married, aside their financial status or their capability, it may not even be their financial status though, but sometimes I would say culturally, if a particular man in his lineage, they are from a royal throne and all that, and the dad is getting old, and the first son doesn't want to give birth and all that, and the father needs a grandson or someone that will be looking up to him like a grandfather. They will persuade this guy, the first son, to go and marry. So those kind of pressures most times lead to wrong marriages. Most times, like I said, or some parents we go as far as bringing a girl for their son to get married to. it happens like they call it fixed marriage and the rest of it. And one of the other reasons again why some men get married, I would say greed. You see this word greed. So men get married because of greed. They just find a successful, beautiful woman. She's doing well. She's financially stable, and they observe that she's not married, and they bring all sort of lies just to get the woman to fall in love with them, and during the process of the marriage, and they reveal their self. My favorite cartoon said, look inside yourself to save yourself from the true self. It's only then will your real self reveal itself. Don't ask me what's the difference between true self, real self. Don't ask me. So let's go further again. Why do men get married? Men get married because they feel that they are getting old. Some of them feel that they are getting old, and they just need someone to look up to them like a father, like this is my son, this is my wife, and all that. Some of them get married because of age. Like I said, they feel they are getting old, and they are not getting any younger anymore, so they have to take responsibility, undermining or not taking consideration of their situationship, what is happening to them, if they are capable, if they are stable to get married. And in conclusion, why do men get married? Like I said, my conclusion is the beginning. Like I said, God said it is not good for a man to be alone. Men, especially for me, why I get married is that I find myself as a very unique being, and I don't want to settle down with some random women and all that and start giving birth to kids here and there, and they will see their dad like a disgraceful man spreading his palms everywhere. No, I find myself as a unique being, and it would be unfair for me to just die and go without creating a seed. And I'm this kind of person. If I'm to do such kind of things, I'm very, very selective when it comes to people I associate with, especially the one I want to share my life experience with, which is my wife. She's so special. I love her, and I love her to the bone. And I'm happy to do this video because this happens to be Happy Women's Day. She's coming here. I was still outside. Don't distract me, I beg. And that is it. I love her, and I would like to see my 15 children coming out from her womb. So with these few points of mine, I hope I've been able to enlighten you guys on the reason why men get married. Good men get married. And generally, why do men get married? Thank you.
Whoa! You guys are welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the ride, because right here, I enjoyed this ride to the fullest. A whole UK, we travel, go. It's not easy. Seriously, I don't want to come back. I don't just want to come back, but what I want to do, we have to come back. We have come back to Nigeria. Guys, please don't feel bad. We are back. You can't run from your home. All right. Woo, Mr. D. Jones. You say you're not a marriage counselor. This one, you passed marriage counselor. I must say, seriously, you are good. Thank you so much for this. Thank you. Despite your tight schedule, you still created time for us. I am really, really grateful. We are really, really grateful for your time. Thank you for educating us. Thank you for entertaining us. This is worth it. God bless you. And wait, please, let's leave this topic aside first. I before we enter the topic, let's seriously, could this be love? Like love? I go love. Oh, when I see the love in the air, like seriously. See, Mr. Tejas, I want to be like you when I grow up. They don't tell you. Seriously, I love the love that I saw in the video. The love was loving. Thank you so much, Iyawo. I just want you to know that you are blessed. Guys, that is the reason you have to marry your best friend. Yes, you guys could actually feel the love in the air and how excited he was talking about his life partner. He was so joyous. When you marry your best friend, that is how you'll be so excited to talk about the person. Okay, guys, now he made mention of men, how they feel when they get married, okay, and he made mention of one, they have to be spiritually ready, they have to be physically ready, mentally ready, and above all financially ready. Yes, since why men go into marriage, and some of them because of age, or for that of the women, the same mindset. Some of them they also go in because of greed. Yes, some men they just get married because those of us that are looking for green what's called green card and all of visa whatsoever, they travel out and all that. They just see the whites and they just get married just because for that reason, because of green card, I've been a visa whatsoever. They just get married to even people older than them or younger than them. They just don't care because now the reason of marriage in this generation has been lost. And that is why this show has come to stay, to educate us that there is more to marriage than actually meets the eyes. You don't just marry because other people are getting married. You don't just marry because of your own selfish reason, what you're going to gain. Can you stay with it? You get married to your friend. We are here. See, marriage, they always say, is an institution. It's a school where we study, but then we know they graduate. It's an institution. We stay till forever, till we are called home to glory. And that is the prayer of every parent, that their children remains in marriage till the very end and there will be no issues. Even if there are issues, there's no how there will not be issues in marriages. But maturity, that is where maturity comes into play. Okay? You guys should be matured enough to trash your issues. Because there is no how, because marriage is about two different individuals coming from two different homes with two different mindsets coming together as one to start up another home. But then you have to agree with both each other. The both of you have to agree with each other so that you could actually run the home successfully. Okay? Your mentality of your partner is different. The other mentality is different. That is why you guys have to, the both party has to have, they have to complement each other. They have to complement each other. So now it's about understanding and maturity. Of course, like I said, issues is going to arouse in marriage. You don't get as you want to do. Issues will always come up. But then when issues come up, how do you settle it? Do you always go out to sort for people to settle you guys? Like it would be nice and more favorable if you guys would understand yourself, so that you don't need to always bring in a third parties to your homes. But then when you feel that it's getting out of hand, that you can't trash it, of course you call in either your pastors or your parents to come solve the issue. Okay, it's just about understanding, maturity. And then please, as a man, we need you guys to be financially ready. Because you can't just bring in a man's daughter to your home and begin to suffer her. You don't just get married because you want to get married without looking at your financial state. And we ladies also, we should also be ready to assist our husbands, our spouse. You can, even if you want to be a full-time housewife, okay, you need to have, if it's an online job you are doing, you need to have a job that you do so that you can support, especially now that the economy is not smiling. Like nothing is smiling at this period, everything is really on the high side. So now it's not easy for just the man to run the home. It's both parties. Okay, it's both parties. No matter how little you bring to the home, it is something. You don't just most, and also the mindset of most persons, the mindset of most individuals is so that they can be free to do with their partner without any guilt and everything. Like I'm sinning against God, let me just marry. So anytime I want it, guys, come on. There should be better understanding to why you're getting married than that. We'll get to, does love actually hold? Is love the only look out for in marriage? We'll get to that topic another day. There is more to marriage. There is more to marriage than just the wedding. Two parties has to be compatible. Okay, have to be compatible. You need to have the same mindset. Remember, he said to have the same mindset. You have the same visions. Then you can actually run the home. Okay, so now this is what you have to have a deep understanding concerning marriage before you venture into it. Right? Don't just do this because your mates are doing so. Don't just do this because you are getting old. You have to be spiritually, mentally, physically, and financially ready. Now, this is an advice to those of us on social media who follow most of these couples that do content creating on social media, just for the likes, comments, the money, and everything. And you see comments like, I love this couple, my best this. They talk, and you see people tapping. I tap into this thing. God, that is why. Oh God, am I a wood? God, am I a table? God, am I a plate? This, that, see love, I go love. I'm always tapping like what I did in the beginning, Mr. Dejos. I say, I hope to be like you when I grow up. People see things like that, but I want you to understand. Yes. See, even at that we see so many marriages crumbling, crashing, and all that. Yes, there are so many as that. But I want you to also note, because during the comment section, you can always see when people, maybe marriages crash, they'll be like, I don't want to get married. This is what is scaring me to get married, because marriages do not last anymore. Yes, and it scares the singles, most singles on trying this journey too. But I want you all to know, those of intending couples, please, despite the fact that so many marriages crash, does not mean yours will crash. There are still 1001 great marriages, 1001 good marriages. But while at it, know that there are still always issues that arise. But then, how they work on it is maturity and God. We need God in that home. For you to have a stable marriage, a good marriage, a wonderful marriage, you need God. Serious and understanding, maturity, like I said. So I want you to know that while others are crashing, there are still 1001. So do not give up on getting married. And please, those of us that always tap, so many deceit in social media. Serious, there are so many things that they are hiding. There are more to it. There is more to it. You don't know what goes on behind the camera. That is truth. That is true. You don't know what goes on behind the camera. What you see is the all love up, the joyful moments with the couples, and then you don't know that they're having issues. Not until they crash. And advice was stop tapping, because you don't know what is going on. You don't know the issues around you. You don't know tomorrow. Stop tapping. Instead, pray for yours. Begin to decree into your marriage. Let God be that middleman. So, guys, now we've come to the end of today's program. I want to say thank you for going on this ride with us, and also a big thank you to Mr. David Day Jones. And I keep praying for you that God keeps blessing your home and you live happily ever after with your better half. And to those intending couples, don't worry. God is already involved, and your home will be a wonderful home. You will live happily ever after. To our singles, no worry. God already settled your case. It is well. You will smile before the end of this year. You will walk down the aisle with great joy and happiness with the man and the woman of your dream. That is why we have to walk in faith and tread with caution. So, guys, thank you so much once more. So we'll be expecting us on our next episode next week on another topic, another wonderful, great and sweet topic. I still remain your host, Thespian Bertha, your one and only Mrs. Festus. Lord bless you all. I love you.